Old-fashioned dishes like meatloaf and pot roast aren't just recipes, they're memory makers that bring families back to the table. In this video, you'll see how the comfort food revolution is taking over modern kitchens and how your kitchen can feel like a time machine. We'll uncover the meatloaf comeback, pot roast as the Sunday dinner champion, the science behind why we crave these dishes, and the art of slow cooking. Join us as we explore casseroles, modern twists, and how these classics teach the next generation to cook with heart and eat at home. 1. The comfort food revolution that's taking over modern kitchens. There's something magical happening in kitchens across America right now, and it smells like Sunday dinner at Grandma's house. Consumers are seeking comfort in many areas of their lives due to uncertainty, with inflation and rising costs causing financial stress and leading consumers to seek affordable comfort foods. Modern families are rediscovering the soul-warming power of dishes that once graced every dinner table, those hearty, unpretentious meals that made even the toughest days feel better. Rooted in traditions of the 1950s through 1990s, these recipes offer more than a meal. They evoke memories of family gatherings, grandmother's favorite recipes, and simpler, more grounded times. It's not just about the food anymore, it's about reconnecting with something real and authentic in our increasingly digital world. 2. When your kitchen becomes a time machine. You know that moment when you walk into someone's kitchen and instantly get transported back to your childhood. That's the real magic of comfort food. It doesn't just fill our stomachs, it feeds our souls. We retain those memories because we use all of our senses in the kitchen. Food is a big part of family celebrations, including birthdays and holidays, and people often think about the food that went along with the celebration and recall the positive memories created. Take meatloaf, for instance. Sure, it might not win any beauty contests, but there's something incredibly satisfying about shaping that mixture with your hands, just like Mom used to do. When enticing the senses, memories become ingrained. The smell of cinnamon can take a person back to their grandmother's kitchen when she was making cinnamon rolls. Every family has their own secret ingredient or special technique that makes their version unique. 3. The great meatloaf comeback story. Meatloaf may get a bad rap, but these much-loved meatloaf recipes are proof it's come a long way. Topped with bacon, ketchup, or cheese any way you slice it, meatloaf is comfort food at its finest. Gone are the days when meatloaf was considered the boring leftover solution. Today's versions are getting creative makeovers that would make our grandmothers proud. Some people have described this recipe as having the flavor of pot roast but the budget price of a meatloaf. Leave it to creative Amish cooks to come up with a mouth-watering comfort food standard like this dish. Modern cooks are experimenting with different meat combinations, mixing in ground turkey or even venison to create unique flavor profiles that still maintain that nostalgic comfort food feel. Chefs across the globe are taking staple dishes from our childhood cookbooks and giving them a gourmet makeover. Imagine your grandmother's famous mac and cheese infused with artisanal cheeses and truffle oil, or a meatloaf that intertwines lean, grass-fed beef with dynamic spices. 4. Pot roast. The ultimate Sunday dinner champion. If meatloaf is the weeknight hero, then pot roast is definitely the Sunday dinner champion. A Sunday pot roast is a great way to make a hearty meal that will bring everyone together at the dinner table. But, since the average chuck roast costs around $6.50 per pound, and can take up to 4 hours in the oven until it's tender enough to eat, it doesn't exactly work if you're tight on time or money. That's where creativity comes in. Smart home cooks have figured out how to get that same comfort food satisfaction without breaking the bank or spending all day in the kitchen. The secret to fork-tender beef pot roast in the oven is an oven bag. No need for a special roasting pan or Dutch oven. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. 5. The science behind our comfort food cravings. Ever wonder why certain foods hit different when we're feeling stressed or nostalgic? They evoke a sense of nostalgia and comfort for those who remember them from their childhood and teenage years. Food can be connected to our feelings and emotions, so when we eat something that reminds us of better days, this can be comforting. Food can trigger memories of past meals, memories of eating that same food another time with other people. Food is special because it's so intimate. It's fascinating how our brains are wired to create these powerful associations between taste, smell, and memory. When you bite into your mom's famous meatloaf, you're not just tasting ground beef and breadcrumbs. You're tasting childhood, security, and love. 6. Family dinner tables are making their comeback. Here's something that might surprise you. 64% of Americans consider dinner to be the most important family meal. Despite all our modern distractions, families are recognizing the importance of gathering around the table. 2/3 of respondents reveal they've been spending more time eating meals together at the kitchen or dining room table since March, with 7 in 10 saying they'll genuinely miss all the time they got to gather around the family table. The data is pretty incredible when you dig into it. Children who regularly eat dinner with their families are 40% more likely to get mostly A's and B's in school. It turns out that sitting down together for a home-cooked meal does more than just fill bellies. It builds stronger families and creates lasting memories. 7. Why casseroles are having their moment again. By the 1960s, casseroles dominated family dinners and were celebrated for their ability to feed a crowd economically. Their versatility still makes them a good choice for busy families. There's something beautifully practical about throwing ingredients into a dish, sliding it into the oven, and letting it work its magic while you help with homework or catch up on the day's events. Modern casseroles aren't your grandmother's heavy, cream of mushroom soup creations, though those have their place too. Today's versions incorporate fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and creative flavor combinations that make old favorites feel new again. A classic tuna noodle casserole plays another role. Besides being a convenient weeknight dinner, it symbolizes resilience and familial connection. 8. The art of slow cooking and patient kitchen. In our instant everything world, there's something rebellious about dishes that take their sweet time. Pot roast doesn't care about your schedule. It needs those long, slow hours to transform tough meat into something tender and magical. The familiar, comforting smell of crock-pot turkey meatloaf smothered in a delicious meatloaf sauce is enough to bring everyone rushing to the table. Slow cooking isn't just about convenience. It's about anticipation and the pleasure of delayed gratification. When you start a pot roast in the morning, you get to enjoy the building aromas throughout the day, creating anticipation for dinner that no microwave meal can match. The slow cooker has become the modern kitchen's answer to grandmother's all-day cooking sessions. 9. Secret ingredients that make all the difference. Every family has their secret weapons when it comes to comfort food. For one cook, it's the picture in her mind of her grandmother frying apples. I can still visualize and hear those apple slices sizzling in the cast iron pan. Grandma's secret ingredient was bacon fat, she said. These little touches, the extra splash of Worcestershire sauce in the meatloaf, the bay leaves in the pot roast, are what transform basic ingredients into family legends. Some Amish cooks blend cheese into their meatloaf, like Parmesan or a finely grated cheddar. Bread crumbs are also great to mix into a pot roast meatloaf for added texture. The beauty of comfort food lies in its flexibility. These recipes are forgiving and welcoming to personal touches and family traditions. 10. Modern twists on classic comfort. Combining two types of mouth-watering comfort foods will be a hit in 2024. Think cheeseburger quesadillas, pizza pot pie, carbonara ramen, and more. Creative cooks are having fun with fusion approaches, combining beloved elements from different comfort food traditions to create exciting new dishes. While you don't necessarily need to follow a traditional meatloaf recipe when assembling your pot roast meatloaf, there's still plenty of room for experimenting with flavors. One way to switch things up is to try different roasted veggies. The key is maintaining that emotional connection to the dish while adding your own creative flair. 11. The economics of eating at home. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, grocery bills. Additionally, many people are looking for simpler, more affordable foods to add to their diets. Retro foods fit the bill perfectly for delicious taste while on a budget, as most are made from affordable, basic ingredients that are easy to find. Comfort food classics like meatloaf and pot roast aren't just emotionally satisfying, they're economically smart too. If your taste buds call for pot roast but your pocketbook insists on ground beef, here's the perfect solution. You save on cleanup, too, since the meat and veggies cook in the same dish. These one-pot wonders stretch ingredients beautifully, feeding large families without requiring expensive cuts of meat or exotic ingredients. 12. Teaching the next generation. Parents and grandparents can foster the love of cooking and develop a strong bond with children and grandchildren by teaching them how to prepare their favorite family recipes. Cooking together is a wonderful hands-on activity that results in tasty food to eat and creates memories among generations. There's something special about small hands helping to shape a meatloaf or watching wide eyes as pot roast vegetables get tender in the oven. These cooking sessions become more than just meal prep, they're cultural preservation in action. There are stories to go along with the photos and recipes that give more information on the origin of the recipe and the family member whose recipe it was. This book helps her learn more about our family history and enjoy the foods that are important to our family. Every time you teach someone your family's meatloaf recipe, you're passing down more than ingredients, you're sharing history, love, and tradition.